Hi everyone. So today I want to talk to you about why I believe that it is better to live in the country compared to living in the city. Now, before you assume that I haven't seen both sides, I have. I am from Virginia and I'm from a very small town called Afton in Virginia. And my neighborhood and surrounding area, like in Afton, is the definition of country. So we have a pretty big neighborhood when it comes to acreage, but there's only about 10 houses, and each house is on a plot of land that's about 3 to 5 acres. So there's a good distance between each house. Now, right outside my neighborhood, there are also like a bunch of farms that have a lot of livestock, a lot of produce, and a lot of just fresh green. There are hills, rolling hills everywhere, trees, just a ton of greenery. So I live in the definition of country. Now, we also know that all of us go to school in Queens, New York, which is in New York City, one of the biggest cities in the United States. So, I've seen both the city and the countryside, and this has given me the opportunity to choose if I prefer the country or the city. And I prefer the countryside over living in the city due to these following reasons. There is less pollution, a more close-knit community, the yard space and outdoor space is larger and more beautiful, a more laid-back lifestyle, and it's cheaper. So first off, with less pollution. Now, I've been in New York for 2 years now, and I have noticed a lot of trash, a lot of factories, a lot of cars and trucks, a lot of light pollution, and no fault to anyone who loves New York. I love it too, but I would definitely rather have fresh air, fresh produce, more green, more sun, more stars, more outdoor area that you can enjoy more without having odd smells or too much trash to be able to control. Now, that's the first reason. So the second reason is the more close-knit community. So as I said before, in my neighborhood there's about 10 houses. We are honestly very close in my neighborhood. It's kind of cool, like due to the lack of people in the neighborhood, we are all very neighborly, very kind to each other. I honestly can go on a run or go on a walk or pass someone in a car and I'll wave to them or stop and talk to them, as they're very friendly and there are less people to know, so therefore you get to know the people that are there better. Next is more outdoor space. So I grew up with two brothers and two parents who are very active, and we spend time outside like whenever possible. We are always in the garden, on the trampoline, playing soccer, playing basketball, going on walks. We're always outside, and this is made a lot easier when we actually have a yard and a place to expend all of our energy in a safe environment. And I think that in cities it's a lot more hustle and bustle and a little bit more dangerous and not as healthy to be outside. So therefore I enjoy, and more space. So in the country you have a lot more space than obviously in the city when the houses are packed very tight together and you don't have space to do all of these activities outside just due to the tightness and amount of people that are there. Next is a more laid-back lifestyle. So I believe that in the country we're a lot more laid back than in the city. Since being in New York City, things are go, go, go all the time. It is what's next, what are we doing, what are we thinking, where's the car, who are we going to see, what are we going to say there. It's very jam-packed and you have to get it all done. Now in the country, like, things just seem to be more calm. We have time. It's time to enjoy the process, enjoy the drive, the long windy drive, enjoy the beautiful scenery that we have around us. It's a little bit more slow and you have just more time to process what's around you as opposed to going so quickly and getting things done so fast. And then lastly, the countryside is also cheaper, a lot cheaper to live. I can tell you that the difference between my rent in New York and rent if I had an apartment here would be catastrophic. It is so different when it comes to food from grocery stores, when it comes to clothing stores, when it comes to restaurants. Everything is cheaper in the country. I'm not positive why this is, but I can tell you from experience it definitely is, and I enjoy being home and getting a $5 sandwich as opposed to the exact same sandwich in New York that's like $10. So I really enjoy the cheapness. Now, a lot of you who would side with the city side might say that there's a lot more to do in the city. Everything's close. You're already close to like all the people that you need to see. And my only response to this is I don't mind the space. I don't mind the extra drive. I love driving with the windows down, music on. I truly don't mind spending extra time getting away from the city so that I can really enjoy my lifestyle and my family and my friends who also are able to come see me as well. That's why we have cars and everything. But I have thought about this debate in my head multiple times, and 10 times out of 10 I would choose the country as it has less pollution, more clean, fresh air, and clean, fresh surroundings with a lot more green and landscape, and it's beautiful. A closer knit community. I know all of my neighbors, and I'm very close with all of them and all of their children as I like babysit for them or are friends with them. More outdoor space in our yard where we're able to do more athletic things, able to do things on larger scale, not just pass in a tiny like patch of grass. You can spread out and really enjoy the space that we have. A more laid back lifestyle, which I have really missed since being in New York. When I come home and now I'm home, it's just nice to take a break, and like sometimes we forget that we need to slow down and everything's not so pertinent to happen right now. Like it's can be slower and you can still get things done and enjoy the time that you have while getting it done. And the last thing is it's cheaper in the country, and you can get a lot bigger of a house for a lot less money, or a lot bigger of a lot like acres for a lot less money. So overall, yes, I believe that the country is better than the city, and those are my reasons why. Thanks. Bye.